Boy, have I got something to show you. The diplomacy in Washington has gone out the window. Stay tuned. Well, brothers and sisters, I don't know how much you've been following the news this week. I know there's been a lot in it, a lot impacted, Biden, Harris, and all that. But you know what's happened? Just the other day, Benjamin Netanyahu from Israel, the Prime Minister of Israel, came to our country. Now, he's a diplomat. There's a diplomat protocol. At the airport, was President Biden there? No. To greet him and his wife? No. Harris? No. Kamala? Nope. She was too busy calling for delegates to support her. Even Blinken, the Secretary of State, wasn't there. I want you to watch this clip.
All right, pro-Palestine folks, Hamas adjacent, you might call them, stormed the Capitol today in a toned-down version of what we can expect tomorrow. 20,000 or so plan to call for the arrest of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He's in town. We'll be talking to a joint session of Congress. Netanyahu accepted the invitation by House Speaker Mike Johnson, not the president. The vice president, who is the president of the Senate and typically goes to events like this, is going to be in Indianapolis, conveniently, with her sorority sisters. We're not making that up.
Now, you see what I'm talking about? Now, you saw that picture of the protesters. Right now, at the Capitol, giant fences around the Capitol. And, of course, they're going to try to storm the Capitol and protest. Now, do they have the right to protest? Absolutely. That's, First Amendment right. But there's a problem here, brothers and sisters. It's called diplomacy. Biden, Harris, or Blinken, one of them should have been at the airport the other day, and they should be in the joint session of Congress. That's Harris's job. Kamala. Hey, Kamala, your job is not to be over in Indianapolis campaigning. Your job is to be in D.C. sitting for the joint session of Congress. That's your job as head of the Senate. Now, brothers and sisters, just so you understand, I'm a kid who grew up in Brooklyn. I had Jewish friends. I still have Jewish friends. I even have Jewish relatives. I've been to Israel. What's going on here right now, it doesn't matter your position, whether it's Israel or Palestine or blah, blah, blah. I could say a lot about that. I could give you a whole history lesson. But what's going on here right now is rude behavior by our politicians. Do you realize? And I want those people who are Jewish to pay attention right now and listen. Okay, friends? There's about, a half a dozen Democratic senators that are going to boycott and not show up for the joint session of Congress. And guess what? There's about 24 Democratic congressmen and women who are also not going to show up in protest. Now, listen, I think you should look to see who they are, and you should call and tell them, heck no. You represent me, and I'm a Jewish voter in your district, and I find it an insult that you're not attending this joint session of Congress. This is just diplomacy, brothers and sisters, and it is rude behavior. I know normally I talk about abortion, but when I saw this last night, you get this knot in your stomach about it. Is this what our country has stooped to? No more courtesies, no more procedures. It all gets thrown out the window for this woke left agenda. Guys, wake up. And guess what? If you have Jewish friends or relatives, let them know what's going on, because guess what? Fox will talk about it. Newsmax will talk about it. RSBN will talk about it. But turn on NBC, ABC, CBS. Not a boo, not a word, not a nothing. This is a diplomatic disgrace, and we should be outraged that they're doing this in the halls of Congress. So, brothers and sisters, I know normally I talk about abortion, but, I have Jewish family. I've celebrated the Jewish holidays with them. I love the Jewish food, by the way. It's yummy. I even know some Jewish expressions, get a little Yiddish. But I just find it doesn't matter where you are on the war in Israel. First of all, Israel is a beautiful country. I've been there. It's amazing. All the holy sites over there. It makes the Bible come alive for you. But what's going on? Did everyone forget October, like what happened? People were massacred. And President Biden and Harris, did you forget that there's hostages, some of which are American citizens, still being held? We're talking about 7-8 months later, and we don't hear a boo about that. So, brothers and sisters, it was just a little wake-up call. When you go to vote in the fall, you better pay attention to who these protesters are, these congressmen and senators. And I was you, I wouldn't give them my vote. Thank you. This is Janet Morena. Executive Director of Peaceful Life. Until next time, God bless.